Hi bestie, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl here, IAMJESSFECHI, and I welcome you to today's video. So today's video, I think that you should ask your spouse or you should ask your boyfriend or your girlfriend before you walk down the aisle with that person. So without no further delay, let's get right into the video. Welcome back, bestie. If this is your first time of ever seeing this pretty face, hi, my name is Jessica and I welcome you to my channel, IAMJESSFECHI. Please join this beautiful family by subscribing to my channel and turn on your notification bell so as to be notified whenever I upload new videos. Like, you will be the first to be notified once any video comes up on my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share with your friends and family. And if it is not your first time on my channel, thank you so much, bestie. Thank you for the constant love and support. I don't take it for granted. So yeah, like I said, this video is about the questions that you and your partner need to sit down and talk about. The things that you guys need to sit down and talk about before you walk down the aisle with that guy or with that lady. So the first point I'm going to list here, first of all, is how you guys are going to take care of the house, in the sense that if you guys are going to have a joint account aside your personal account, if you guys are going to have a joint account, or you both will just be doing your own thing, you have a personal account, I have my personal account, or if there's going to be a joint account where that's where you get funds to take care of everything that has to do that concerns the house. This is very, very important. I think it is very necessary that you and your spouse, you and your partner have a joint account. Once you guys get married, you go and open a joint account where you both will be putting in money. This does not have to be the guy alone putting in money in the account. It has to be you both putting money in this joint account. So that way you can always use the money for the home in case of an emergency. That is how I say it. In case of an emergency or some little things like groceries and the rest that needs to be done on the house, this account is for that specifically. And I also advise you should have a personal account just the way your husband or your wife should have theirs. You also should have yours. Is very, 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 very necessary. The joint account is in case of an emergency or the little things that needs to be done in the house without the wife always calling to ask, maybe I need money for this, maybe I need money for that. You just know that there's a joint account you both are operating. So all the person needs to do is just take the money from there and do the thing that he or she wants to do in the house. And again, while you take money from there to do something, let your partner know what you use the money for. Don't just go there and take money and use it for your personal needs. It is not for personal needs at all. The joint account, to me specifically, should be for the home and in case of emergencies that concerns the home. And yeah, disclaimer, I am not a relationship expert. No. I don't even know 30% of anything in a relationship, but I just feel these discussions should happen before you walk down the aisle, before you guys even start planning to get married, to do your marriage rights and everything. These discussions should hold. Like, it is very, very, very necessary. So you guys will understand each other, understand the things that my husband or my wife wants. Everything needs to be talked about. So you will not just be assuming things. That is why I feel I just decided to do this video, because these are the things I'm going to be talking about with my partner. If I know that maybe immediately after the person proposes and tells me to marry him, then this discussion, we're going to have it. And we might even probably have this discussion even before him proposing. If I just have a glimpse or an idea that is going to happen, we definitely need to have this conversation, because I don't want to go into a marriage just assuming things and then we get in there and things are not working out the way we want them to. We also need to prepare for rainy days, prepare for things ahead. And that is why I feel that this is what the joint account should be made for. Another important point here you guys need to talk about is career and education, because some partners might not be happy if they get to know that the partner still wants to go to school or still needs to pursue their career in some areas, in the sense that you guys need to talk about these things, like, okay, I still want to go to school to study this, maybe for my PhD, maybe for my master's. Let your partner know, so they will know this before time, before it even happens. They already have an idea. So when the time is ready for you to do that, I'm so sorry about that, guys. So when you're ready to do that, all you need to do is to inform them, like, I'm ready to do this, to go further in my career, or to go further in my education, or to go further in my career. Maybe you know me studying this, but now I don't want to do that anymore. I want to go in this direction. That needs to be said. Like, you guys need to sit down and talk about them. It's very, 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 very necessary. So because, and again, you guys need, like, this one specifically, it's for ladies. Ladies, this is for you. You need to discuss this with your guy. If he's the type that will tell you to quit your job if you are working, when you want to start having kids, he'll tell you to quit your job and then look after the home. If that is not what you want, you guys need to talk about it and let him know your stand. If that is the kind of person he is, let him know your stand beforehand, so it won't cause problem while you both are married. You need to talk it out, and if he eventually accepts that you're not going to quit your job, then you guys need to work out a plan how it's going to work in case if you start having kids, how you guys are going to do it. These things are things that need to be said, because I've seen a lot of marriages that when they go into the marriages and when they want to start having kids, the husband will insist on the wife quitting their jobs, and which the wives eventually get frustrated by doing that, because they've halted their life and their career because they want to start having kids. Whereas the kids is meant for the both parents, and even that is meant much more for the man than the woman, because the kids bear the man's name. So these are the things you need to talk about with your partner before you walk down the aisle. Like, it's very, very necessary. Because me, I will say this is something I will talk about. Though I'm not working. And right now, I don't intend to. I might change my mind later, but these are the things I'm going to talk about with my partner. Like, okay, maybe I'm not working right now. I'm just doing my own thing, my own business before I get married. Maybe I have it in mind that definitely I'm going to work one day. I will talk about these things with my spouse. So he will have it at the back of his mind that one day she's going to take up a professional job. Your partner should have an idea of, because I know most definitely a lot of people have planned 10 years of their life how it's going to be, though our plans don't work out always how we want them, but most times they do. So the way you've planned your life, if you get someone that you guys are going to be getting married together, these things are things that you should tell that person, so that person will have it at the back of their mind. The one that they are not really comfortable with, you guys are going to talk about it and come to a compromise how it's going to work out for you both the best. Another very important point is this one. I don't think it should be talked about. I don't think it should be talked about, and at the same time, I think it should be talked about, because it has caused a lot of damages in marriage, and I'm talking about in marriages, and I'm talking about sexual expectations. Like, you hear some people say, before I got married to him or before I got married to her, we were always having sex. Like, we were always doing it. We were always doing it everywhere and anytime. She was never tired, the likes. And now we are married and the kids are coming in. Everything just went down. I'm so sorry. I'm saying sorry in advance about the quality of this video, because the past time, the time now is past 6. I'm not even using the ring light, like, I'm using the natural light, and I know it's not going to come out perfect, but I'm just pleading that you guys should just bear with me in this one. Back to what I was saying. I was saying this one, I think it should be talked about, and at the same time, I think it should not be talked about, in the sense that, honestly, I don't like when sex is being scheduled, is being scheduled. Like, There's a timetable, there's a time, there's a date for it. Like, it's gonna be boring. Not even it's gonna be boring, it's always boring. And I've heard a lot of people, like I heard a lot of guys, a lot of ladies say that as well. That when we were not married, like he was always wanting it, she was always giving it to me. And now that we are married, everything just turned upside down. Like it was here 100%, and then it's just down to like 20 or 30%. I'm like, these things are bound to happen. These things are bound to happen. And at times, I know that when it's on the man's side, there's always this assumption of him cheating on her, which at times it's the case. And at times, definitely, it is not. It also has to do with just the same way the woman will be tired of after going to work or going to her store and then coming back, taking care of the house, doing the cooking, doing the sweeping and everything that needs to be done in the house, taking care of the kids, and also now wanting to take care of the husband, which I know it's not going to be perfect. Like she has to definitely reduce that of the husband, which she can't reduce the attention she gives to her kids, but she would want to definitely reduce the attention she gives to her husband. It's understandable. And as well, ladies, you should understand that the man as well, it's not always the case of cheating. It might be from the stress at work and also him thinking of providing a better life, the fun activities he's been planning for you guys, the vacation he wants you all to go to and spend some time together, the school fees, everything he needs to provide for the home. And most especially when he's not meeting up to the target immediately like he should. These kind of things weighs the man down and would also weigh him down in every aspect, even in having the urge to even have sex. So at times it's the case of cheating and at times it is not. So it is not always good to have that assumption that when a man is not fulfilling his bedly, let me call it bed duties, then it has to do with cheating. So you guys should just need to talk about this. I'm not saying talk about it in the sense that planning for it, but just let your spouse know. Like the female should let his spouse know, babe, see, when I start having kids, they take a part of me with them. So the thing I can do like 100% before I had my kids, I start having them, I will not be able to do them again because they come out from me and they take a part of me with them. And once they take that part of me with them, mine reduces. It does not remain on the same level. So these are the things you should communicate to your partner as a lady, because men really need to understand these things that when we're having kids, they take a part of us with them. Like the strength, everything, they take a part of us with them. If we have 100% strength, we can't have that same strength again. So these things should be communicated, even though the man should know. But as well, don't just assume that he should know and should understand. Communicate these things to him before you guys walk down the aisle. Another point I want to state here is the church you guys will be attending, in the sense that a guy and a lady might get married, the guy is attending another church and the lady is attending another church. Automatically, you people will just say, okay, yeah, there is the man church that we should be going to definitely. But you guys also need to sit down and talk about it. The church where the lady is attending might have benefited her a whole lot. And even though the church will not mind her going with her husband to another church, she might not willingly want to go. So these are the things you guys should talk about. And even the man might not even be interested in going to his church all the time. Because another reason why it is I don't see it as really nice when the man and the woman gets married and then the wife goes to his own church, the man goes to his own church, the woman goes to his own church, like, and then I know definitely the kids will be going to with their mother to her own church, which is not really a fun thing to do. So it's just best you guys talk about it. If it is the man church, let's agree. We'll be going to your church. If it is my church, let's agree. Then we'll know that we are all going to one church together, because it even helps in bonding, in communicating with each other. Like there are some things that the pastor will preach about and you guys will hear about it in church. Then you guys will come back dissect it, argue about it, not really in a bad way, but in a friendly manner and all that. You guys will share opinions on the best way he understands it or the best way you as a lady understands it. So it is very, very important that you both talk about this thing before you walk down the aisle. Another thing you both need to talk about is your plans for the future. Definitely, like a whole lot of people, even before they get married, they have planned how they want their life to go in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, what they want to achieve, the visions and the goals that they've set for themselves. Likewise for the lady too, on both sides is like that. So that is why it is important that you both talk about this thing before you get married. Like, include yourself in your goals. Now you know that I'm going to walk down I'm going to get married to this person. So it is not just about me. It will be about us once we get married. So talk about it. What are your plans for the family, your small little family? What are your plans? Are you guys going to be building a dream house? Are we going to be staying in a rented apartment for a long time? Or are we relocating out of our zone, out of our country to another country? Or are we going to invest in a very big business for ourselves and our children's future as well? These things needs to be talked about. The plans needs to start even before you guys walk down the aisle. Then when you get married, then you set it in motion. You plan for it before you get married, and then you set it in motion once you are married. It is very important that these things are talked about, because it will go a long way in you guys communicating, knowing what the future holds for you both, and you guys will plan towards it, because you've already set the plan. You've set out the plan before you get married. So all you need to do once you get married is just set it in motion and start working towards it. I'm so sorry that I'm rushing this video and I'm not talking at length the way I would want to, because I noticed that while I was still shooting, like shot for like 20 minutes, and every of the video did not save because I ran out of memory space. So that had to be deleted. I had to delete a lot of things from my memory space, and to redo this video like I'm redoing this video, and that is why it is not 100% clear like it was the first time I did it. So I'm so sorry about that, guys. Now, moving on to the last point I have for you guys, I think this one is very, very important. It is very, very important that this one is talked about, and that is if you have family members over in your house. If you guys accept that family members can come and stay with you, or no, they can't come and stay with us, they can just come and spend some time with us. Like me personally, yeah, from my family, from my husband's family, we will talk about it. None of them is staying more than a month, and I'm dead serious, because family members have caused a lot of problem in marriages, in the sense that if it is my family that comes around and they're staying, there are ways that my husband will talk to me. There are things that my husband will do that I do not see as anything, because that is how we do our thing in the house. And then my family will start seeing a problem with it, and they will start putting ideas into my head that were never there. And with that alone, I'll start seeing unnecessary reason to what they are saying, and that will cause issue between us. Just the same way, if it is my husband's family people that comes around, there's some ways I'll talk to my husband, some things I'll do to him, like he does not see it as anything as well, because these are just the things we do for ourselves. These are the ways we play, but his family will see a problem with it, and then they will instill such ideas in his head, and then he too will start buying the ideas, and then problems will come into the marriage. That is why I say this one is do or die. You guys must talk about it. Like, it is very necessary that you guys talk about this one, because me, I'm going to talk about it. None of them, both from your side and from mine, will stay more than a month. Anything other than the month, please go to your house. This is my house. I want my privacy. Like, I love my privacy so much, and you being around is not helping. So this one is very necessary that you guys talk about it. It's very necessary. These kind of issues has caused a lot of marriages to break up, to divorce. They ended up divorcing. Things that were irrelevant, things that they were not seeing anything wrong in it. All of a sudden, family members that came to spend some time in their house started putting ideas that was not there, that was never there in their head, and then they took up the ideas and harnessed it, and they started causing problem in their families. So yeah, that is why I said this one needs to be talked about. Don't even say when you get him. No, don't get him. Don't get him. And even if maybe your husband or your wife is the type that like having their family members, you people have to talk about it, and like none of them will stay more than 3 months. They can go then after the next year they can come and stay another 2, 3 months, but none of them is staying permanently or living with us. These things needs to be communicated. So you need to talk about this thing with your partner. Like this one, I think this one is the most important one for me. It is the most important one for me, anyways, because it needs to be talked about. We need to agree on this, if possible. Sign concerning this, because if you break it, then I'm gonna break where you signed. Like you signed this, so we have to stick to it. So yeah, guys, that is what I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did shooting this video for you beautiful ones. And if you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe if you have not, bestie. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.